3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading at number 1016. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support and for your presence during this reading. So, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm feeling a little bit distracted because I am very agitated. And the reason I am feeling this way is because I just spent half an hour recording this video already, and by the time I was done, I think I had recorded like 3 10-minute videos. And the second video didn't even save to my gallery. Let's just make sure this is recording. And it's very, very, very irritating because I feel like I just wasted like an hour of my time. And I don't like wasting time. Especially when I have things that I want to get done, and move forward with. But before I started recording this video again, unfortunately, I was feeling, well, maybe, just happened for a reason. And I felt and still feel quite stubborn to trust that and to accept that. But as soon as I felt that and I looked at the clock, I saw the number 3:45 p.m. And that is undeniable confirmation that that did happen for a reason. And I kind of feel like maybe I recorded it the first time because there were some messages that I was meant to hear that will also show up in this second recording. But I guess we'll just see. We'll wait to see what happens, but I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. Maybe there's somebody here who is also feeling annoyed or frustrated with setbacks, feeling like you're putting in effort, a lot of effort, maybe a lot of time, and you just keep getting set back. And it's really frustrating. Honestly, it makes me want to be angry at whoever created this cell phone. I got it from the government, so can't really expect that great of a phone. But first off, 10-minute video limit. Second off, why does it sometimes say unsupported media and then it doesn't save to your gallery? That is so frustrating and very, very, very inconvenient, but I'm going to stop talking about it now. I just really, really wanted to express that because that was just honestly unbelievable. I recorded a 30-minute video, in the middle of it didn't even save. And so when I was looking through the videos, like trying to understand, like, okay, well, could I just re-record this middle part? But no, because in the third part I might say some things and it won't make sense because it was in the middle part that doesn't even exist anymore. So I just thought, let's just re-record it. My eye is itching right now, which reminds me of the third eye chakra and intuition. So I'm going to trust as stubbornly as I want to. I'm going to trust that that happened for a reason. So let's go ahead, now that I'm done with my my rant. I'm let's go ahead and interpret the number 1016. Maybe I'll just bring some messages, like if I remember any that could be relevant for you. But the number 1 is about trusting yourself, and there are 2 ones. And the first time that I recorded this video, trusting yourself was very, very important, very significant. I also did see in the beginning the numbers 122 and 123, which is 122 is about change starting with you, trusting in your own potential to change as a person and how it impacts those around you in a positive way. And 123 is a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. The longer that you are on your spiritual journey, the more clear and powerful the messages, the synchronicities, the guidance gets. So if you are on that healing journey, I most certainly encourage you to trust yourself and trust your faith. Not in that you might be right about what you believe in, but that it feels right. You know, trust in where it leads you, where the guidance guides you, you know. Moving into the number 0, this could be about a significant, well, for somebody in particular, it's definitely about a significant relationship, but it's about a significant journey at least one significant journey. I believe that it's always about the journey of healing and self-love and building a stronger connection and relationship with yourself. But there could also be other journeys that run parallel to this healing self-love journey, and for somebody it's definitely about a relationship. When I first tried to record this reading, maybe there's a relationship that's important for you to walk away from, or there's some sort of dysfunctional dynamics that need to be addressed and released, changed. But when I first tried to record this video, there was definitely a significant relationship for somebody where it felt more like a power struggle than love. A fight for control rather than acceptance for who you are, or you struggling to accept who this person is and making room for each other. Or, you know, there being more fairness or compromise. There's a significant commitment, because that's pretty much what all journeys are, right? As long as you see it through to the end, or for you intend to see it through to the end. Could be about a relationship, could be about someone or something else. Well, when I think about a relationship, it's more like in a love context, but it can be a different relationship, or it could just only be about the journey of self-love and healing for you. But I just get this strong feeling for somebody that there is a significant relationship, a love relationship that, you know, you may need to be a little more honest with yourself about where things are and the potential of where things go. It feels like someone here is being too stubborn, too resistant to change. Now it could be you, could be the other person, could be both of you, that's for you to decide, but you know, it just feels like you might be disappointed. And it's important to be patient with yourself and with the universe as well. Don't blame the free will of another person on the universe and sabotage your faith. You don't deserve that. And your faith, the universe, God, whatever higher power you believe in, doesn't deserve that. Doesn't to be wrongfully blamed for someone else's decisions. The number 6 is about a choice, or just a general, broader interpretation of how you make choices. Now, for somebody who resonates talking about with a romantic love relationship situation, maybe. It does feel like choosing self-love means choosing to walk away. It feels like this is a more specific decision for you that connects to how you make decisions in a broader sense. Generally speaking, are you going to move forward committing yourself to making decisions that honor the love that you deserve to have for yourself, or the hate and destruction towards yourself that you don't deserve? And in a specific situation, if that resonates for you, whether it's love related or not, I think it's really important for you to reflect on what does self-love mean for me in this situation? What does self-hate and self-destruction mean? And then move forward accordingly. And since this is a spiritual reading, of course, this is going to be encouragement for you to choose self-love, to walk away or do whatever you need to do to not be destructive and unfair and maybe even hateful and resentful towards yourself. You don't deserve to be a prisoner or a slave to your own mind and ultimately to your own reality that you have control over. And when I first tried to record this reading, there was a lot of messages about taking ownership for your decisions, and that feels like that's still significant here. Taking ownership for your own decisions and claiming your own power. Please do not keep yourself trapped or stuck or complicit in a situation that is not what you deserve. It is okay to have higher standards of love, of friendships, of job, of like a career, because you deserve it. You deserve healthy relationships, a job that respects you, projects that you're actually passionate about. You deserve to have a life that's about you. And not about making sacrifices for somebody else that doesn't even respect you or value you or appreciates you, no matter the context. No matter the context. You deserve to free yourself from a situation that is not willing to change or evolve to create a fair dynamic or situation for you. You really do deserve more, and you deserve better, and you deserve to be honest with yourself about the reality of some sort of relationship or some sort of situation so you can move forward in a way that reflects what you deserve, which is to make decisions that reflect self-love and not self-destruction. Freedom, not feeling like you're trapped or in a prison or caged or stuck somehow. I just saw the number 345 on the timer. The number that I saw to trust that the first reading didn't work out well for a reason. I'm not sure what the timing is about, but maybe you see the significance. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 1 is 2, plus 6 is 8. And the number 8 is about loss, and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. I personally like to think more like bigger picture, like maybe it might not be replaced in this lifetime, but I trust that it will be in the next. But it could also be replaced in this lifetime. You know, it's really just about making a commitment to what you believe is right, no matter what. But also, you know, making smart, strategic choices if you need to as well. It's okay if you have to keep some commitments to yourself, especially if it keeps you safe. Trusting that what is lost will be replaced is not only about changing your karma or your luck, but it's also about just allowing yourself to have the hope and the optimism that you need to truly feel mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually free. Let yourself feel hope for better and for more, especially for this lifetime. We can't really always predict the future, but we can choose to focus on the good potential, the good possibilities, instead of the bad potential, the bad possibilities that keep us anxious and depressed and limited. I'm really getting this feeling you never know until you try. Not really sure what that's about, but you take it if it resonates. Move into the cards now using the Secrets of Tarot cards. When I first tried to record this reading, I was initially going to use these cards, but then I felt guided to use the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. But for this one, I really feel called to go back to using the Secrets of Tarot cards. And in the previous reading, I mentioned how there may be some secrets here that you know, or that you were exposed to something that you weren't supposed to see. And this could be confirmation that this reading is meant for you. But let's go ahead and draw out 4 cards. I'm going to stick with 4 cards like I did when I first tried to record this video. Okay, so I have the Page of Swords. Upright, it says hasty, setbacks, all talk, sense of disappointment. Promises do not equal expectations, or expectations are not promised. Upright, it says mental energy, curious, restlessness, eager to do something, and new idea. I find it very, very interesting to pull. Well, I didn't read the bottom of this. It says, young woman to 25 years, spying or deception, reflecting back over your shoulder. So somebody here could definitely have some secrets that they know that are important to keep to yourself, to keep yourself safe. But anyways, I find it interesting to see this card because when I first tried to pull this card, the Page of Swords did come out. It was actually the second card, and it was upright instead of in reverse. It feels like there is someone here stubborn to see something, some sort of truth, or to realize something. There is resistance toward reflecting on oneself or some sort of situation on a deeper level. You or someone else, or both of you, or a group of people could be overlooking and not looking deep enough, reading between the lines. Or maybe you are, and it's important to trust what you've read in a situation or about a person. There's a lot of things on this card that confirmed a lot of things that I already said. Setbacks, disappointment. This could be very, very frustrating for you. And why it's frustrating for you, I would have to speak directly with you. But it could be connected to childhood or some sort of trauma or pain that you have been carrying for a while. There is encouragement here for you to move forward from the disappointment in a healthy way. First, let yourself feel and grieve. Be angry, be sad, frustrated. Let yourself feel and express these valid feelings. And then once you're not feeling so stubborn as I would myself, allow yourself to find deeper meaning, new perspectives in this situation, spiritually what it was meant to show you or teach you, especially about yourself and your own potential, your own power. I really get this strong feeling here that somebody has made promises to you that is all talk, not willing to walk the walk. I encourage you, based on what I'm feeling, to focus more on this person's or these people's actions rather than their words, because they may have a silver tongue. It's okay to be more critical, to think critically about somebody's intentions. The next card is the Empress in reverse. It says smothering, emptiness, dependence, upright. It says fertility, motherly, what does that say? Nature, and emotional. But this was in reverse. The number 3 is about communication, expressing yourself. I feel like it is so important for somebody to be honest with themselves about a situation, about a person, to free themselves from some sort of mental prison, in some sort of situation that is a manifestation of this mental prison. Acknowledging the truth may be hard and difficult at first, but once you have gotten comfortable with this truth, once you have experienced the loss and allow yourself to grieve, things will feel normal and okay again. You don't have to be okay all the time, to be at peace all the time. The number 3 is also about healing and growing, and I very much do believe that this is an opportunity for someone to heal and grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I get this strong feeling that it's important to choose to become more consciously aware, to become more conscious with your own decision making instead of operating on fear or trauma. You deserve to make decisions with clarity, not fear or darkness, some sort of darkness that distorts your perception. You deserve to make honest decisions to manifest an honest reality. And I do want to talk about how everything is temporary. It may not be so great to hear with the good things, but it's definitely good to hear with the bad things. And maybe it could be helpful for you to remind yourself that the loss, the grief, the disappointment, these intense feelings, they can be temporary if I want them to be. They're only temporary if you allow yourself to find closure, if you choose to find closure, to heal and to grow from this. The other way that I interpret the number 3 is making a commitment, and I feel like this is confirming the commitment that you may or may not feel called to make to yourself, your worth, what you deserve, and self-love. Once you have a strong commitment to the relationship that you have with yourself, I believe that you will be able to have strong commitments in your life, more stable commitments, whether it's relationships or anything else. I believe that if you don't know how to choose yourself, you're going to attract people and situations that either don't know how or refuse to choose you. This card is making it clear that there's either someone more dependent on you, or you're more dependent on someone else. There could be a relationship here that is more about codependency rather than, I don't want to come off as harsh, but rather than true love. It's important to be honest about this, to be honest about what's healthy and what isn't, and the fact that you deserve healthy. We have the Justice card in reverse, and at the very top there it says ignored. Don't ignore the justice that you deserve. Upright it says truth, clarity, cause and effect. In reverse, other than ignored, it says dishonesty and unaccountability. The only person who can truly bring themselves justice in this situation is you. By treating yourself fairly and how you make your decisions and move on from difficult situations and difficult feelings. It can be really hard to deal with injustice, but it's important for us to recognize how we play our own part in that. The number 11, 1 plus 1 is 2, which is confirmation of your choices and to prioritize what truly means the most to you and yourself and your worth, and defending that, I believe, should be part of that. This is also confirmation of a significant relationship or situation that this reading is about, or that it feels like it's about for you. It's confirmation to find inner peace, clarity, so you can find truth and justice. Nothing sets you free like the truth. Just because you're experiencing one ending in your life, that doesn't mean it is the end. And I'm being reminded of the 10 of Cups that I pulled when I first tried to record this, and the card said end on it. But it was a happy ending, and you deserve happy endings, but you also deserve to move on from unhappy endings in a healthy way. This really is about recognizing your worth, your potential, and what you deserve from yourself, and respecting that. The last card I have is the 8 of Swords in reverse. It says self-acceptance, freedom, new perspective. Upright it says self-victimization, hopelessness, and trapped. Yeah, this card is really confirming a lot, just like this card here, of what I've already talked about. The number 8 is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. There is more out there. There is better, and you don't deserve to miss out on it because you're afraid that it's not there, that it's not possible. Maybe it's important for somebody to just have a commitment to themselves of respecting their worth and what they deserve, regardless of the cards that they are dealt with in life. No pun intended, I suppose. This card is really confirming that freedom lies in finding a new perspective, having some sort of realization, as the first Page of Wands, or Page of Swords card said that I pulled in the first reading. I didn't read all of these. 8 of Swords, frustrations, feeling bound and gagged. Legal situation or document, police, finding out the truth in the matter, affecting the balance. And delays will prove necessary. While these delays may feel frustrating, I really think that they are trying to show you something. And these delays, they might not be so temporary, at least within this situation, but not as like the bigger picture as a whole. You know what I'm saying? To kind of sum up this reading for you, there's disappointment, frustration, injustice, dependency. And this is a call for you to free yourself by bringing yourself justice, finding more independence, and finding closure to release the frustration. You don't have to remain in this feeling of feeling trapped and hopeless. Only you have the power to give yourself hope and freedom. It's just about recognizing that and taking ownership of your own decisions.